Good morning and welcome. It is Jean with Kept and Stitches, and it is Stitch Talk. If it's about stitching, let's talk. Give me a minute here while I try and get to the right screen. Good morning, Debbie. You are the first one here. Yes, you are. Welcome. I hope that everything is going to run smoothly. Right before it was time to hit that go live button, my internet went out. So we will hope that it stays on. Good morning, June. It is great to see you. And Carol Rushaw is here. Lorraine Young, welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this morning. Laura is here. Good morning. It is an awesome Monday morning. Mary Wilson is here, and June is saying good morning to Carol. All right. Well, I am going to be a little bit more relaxed this morning. I have been on hyper mode or whatever warp speed for too many weeks in a row, and I need to just take some time to slow down. So I'm going to be working on an easy project this morning while we chat. An interesting one, but easy. Guess who Nancy is here? Welcome to you. Yo, Patty G is in the house. And Melody is here. Awesome. Thank you all for getting up early on a Monday morning to join me live. That is awesome. I totally appreciate it. All right. So what am I going to be working on this morning, you may ask? Or you might not ask. I don't know, but I'm going to share that with you anyway. Good morning, Danielle. It is great to see you. My kind of adopted daughter, shall we say? Oh, but anyway, let me turn on my other camera for just a minute so I can show you what I am going to be working on while we chat this morning. And you see, it is going to be this cute little bear and rabbit in patchwork that I will be working on making the half square triangles for those for a bit. Good morning and welcome, Stir, who is one of our channel members of the Stitching Friends. It is great to see you. Yeah, slow down and smell the coffee. Smells pretty good, Stir. Thank you. Mary says she's going to put 30 potato chip blocks together this week using that setting you showed us. That is awesome, Mary. That is a fun one to do. So glad that you are enjoying it. Yeah, we can share, Danielle, can't we? Can never have too many mamas in the house. Oh, yeah. Okay. And Beverly is here this morning. Good morning, Beverly, and thank you for joining us also. And I don't have Debbie and Nightbot yet, but the others, if you are a channel, just to make it easier for Beverly, if you will just put, a heart in the chat so she can grab your links and drop them. But several of them, if you are aware of their first name, you will just have to put exclamation point and their first name and their link will come up. Good morning, Nancy from our treasured home. In fact, I think you should be able to put exclamation point and your first name yourself, and it should come up. But let's give Nightbot a little bit of a chance to kick in before we give that a try. Nancy says she will be right back, going to get another cup of coffee. That's another thing that happened this morning. I turned the coffee pot on to make a cup of coffee and blew the circuit. I forgot. I can't have both heaters on and turn the coffee pot on at the same time. That's a no-no. So it's like, oh no, I blew the power just before going live, but Everything is good. Got it back on. Thank you, Beverly, very much. And Danielle says she reached over 500 subscribers last night. Okay. Congratulations, Danielle. That is totally awesome. I am so happy for you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm still pushing, trying to get that 1,000 really close. I think I need 26, 27, 27, and I'll be at the 1,000. But yeah, that is awesome. Yay, I'll do a happy dance in my chair. I could do like I do for the dog. Spin around. There we go. There we go. Congratulations. Did a little happy dance for you there. That's the best it's going to get. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Beverly. It is awesome to have great moderators like Nancy and Beverly along to help me this morning. I totally appreciate it. Could not do without you. Oh, well, thank you, Danielle. That is so nice. So nice. Very kind of you. Okay, so while we are chatting, I am going to be working. I already have several, as you can see, laying here, the half square triangle units cut that I, of course, cut using my half square ruler. Very easy way to do it with just, we'll slide this over here so you can see, just 2.5-inch strip sets. All you have to do is lay that ruler on there, flip it back and forth, and cut those out, which I have shown you before. And that is the method that I used for that. But I have several pre-cut here ready to go, so I don't have to spend a bunch of time cutting this morning while we are chatting. We're pushing your channel, Jean. You'll get there. Yes, I know. Thank you very much, Debbie. I appreciate it. And Terry is here this morning also. My other mod. Good morning. It's laundry day. Yuck. Yeah. Happy to see all of you. And Jean is here. My other Jean. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not scared stuff spam. If you put in too many symbols at one time, Nightbot will delete that. So I'm sorry that it's just what Nightbot does. So you don't want to put too many emojis or symbols or anything like that in at the time, and not a whole bunch of capitals. It doesn't like that. Okay, make sure I haven't missed anybody. I'm going to take another quick drink of coffee. And then I am going to get started. Yes, yes, yes. I am so excited too. I've got everything ready. Danielle is saying that she is so excited for our collab Wednesday evening. So just to go over that again, and I will do that before we leave also, is went out. There will be a special edition of Stitch Talk this week. We are going to be going on live Wednesday evening, the 21st at 7 p.m. And my special guest will be Danielle with Danielle Stitchery. And both of us will be working on charity quilts that evening. So come over and join us Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Good morning, Debbie. It is great to see you, Debbie Williams, who is also a member of the channel and one of the Stitching Friends is the name of our group when you are a member of my channel. That join button is there if you want to find out any more information about that. All right, so I am going to, of course, turn on the camera for the sewing machine guest will join us. Also, good morning, Andrea. And I do believe that I figured out how to turn on captions. So they should come up if there is a button or how. I don't know exactly how that works, but I do believe that I have that on set for automatic if you need that this morning. It is great to see you. So glad to see so many of you here this morning. But I am going to take and I am just going to start stitching on some of these as we talk and chat and just have a good, relaxed, whoa, boy, did that take off this morning. A little quicker than I was expecting there. I guess have a little bit of a lead foot this morning. Oh, but as I was saying, and I know the description was saying, slow down, relax. Sometimes we just get so busy in our quilting that we start to get a little bit overwhelmed or just start getting really worn out and tired, not only from the quilting, but all the other things that are going on in our lives sometimes. So we just need to allow ourselves to be able to take the time to slow down, to relax. Don't worry about all those deadlines, all those schedules. Just take at least part of a day, like I am doing this morning, to relax instead of being so, oh, I've got to get this done. I've got to get that done. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. I've got, oh, which one? Oh, there's a pink squirrel just ran by. Okay. But anyway, thank you. Terry is saying that she likes the camera setup. Thank you very much. And June says she paid on her way in with that thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, some of you just maybe need to renew your rent, huh? Oh, I think that is so funny. But yeah, last night I actually got the tutorial down for our January block of the month. It has not been uploaded to YouTube yet, but I will be doing that later after I am finished with the live. So those of you that are following along and doing the Captain Stitches and Friends block of the month for 2024, both January and February's blocks have now had tutorials and will be ready after the live for you to be able to view. My little flower just fell down that I keep on my sewing machine there. Thank you, June. Thank you very much. Okay, I missed something. Something about purple polka dots. How is stitches? Little stitches, something else we use at times. Yes, yes, Stitches is doing awesome. I gotta tell you, she is growing like a weed. I mean, she just is almost losing that little, if she wasn't a miniature schnauzer, that she's going to remain small, she is losing that puppy look really quick. But I'm going to, on a scrappy quilt, I am going to put the blocks in a box because she loves to get into things and get some things out. She knows where I keep her clothes, and she actually goes over, opens the drawer that they are in, and picks an outfit out and brings it over to me. So I am going to let her pick and arrange the blocks for a quilt one of these days and hopefully be able to get that on camera. So that will be exciting. How big will she get? She should not, she should get like between 10 to 12 pounds, somewhere right around in there. Not, she'll be bigger than what our Yorkies were, but still not a big dog. And we actually had two miniature schnauzers before we got the Yorkies. So we are used to miniature schnauzers as well. Everybody is saying, remember to hit that like button. There's just all kinds of thumbs going up and rent being paid. You wouldn't think we were quilting. You'd think I was a landlord. What are we doing? Yes, she is a very, very smart girl. And she has learned to be just a little bit sassy at times, which my husband would probably say she takes after her mother. Is she a barker? No, she is not, except when she wants to be sassy, and it seems to be talking back to me once in a while. But she is not a barker, but she loves people. And our waitress, that is our regular waitress, when we do go for coffee on the couple mornings a week that we go, she knows that she is inside there, and she gets so excited that she now starts whining when we walk up to the door of the restaurant. And our waitress's name is Dee Dee, and she is also the one, she on the side, also her and her husband clean homes for a second job. And she comes over once a month to help with some of the cleaning at our house. So Stitches knows her, and she just starts this excited whining, and it's like it's a very good thing that we are there when they first open up, because it can get it's just so funny. I mean, we all start laughing, and it's just, yeah. Have to get her to, but then she's fine after she does her little meet and greet and gets her pets, and everything from her. Then she's just okay, right back into emotional support mode, quiet, laying on the lap. No one would even know she's there if they didn't see her. So, but it's just really funny that first bit in the morning when she sees her. And she does the same thing at the vet, loves the vet and all their staff. But oh, yes, I'm hoping that I will be able to get that on camera, have her picking out some of the blocks out of a container of scrappy blocks for a quilt. We'll see how that works out. And Terry says, my cousin had one that was quite vocal. No, we are very firm on teaching ours right away, only to bark when they are supposed to bark. So hope to nip that in the bud right away. And Daniel says, I love a pup with sass. That just shows spunk. Yes, yes. And it's funny. I mean, she will look right at, and if she could speak human, I can about imagine what she is saying. But good morning, Teresa Louise. It is great to see you this morning also. Yes, it is early for Teresa. She is over there on the West Coast. So it's always great to see her in the morning joining, knowing that it is so early. What? It's about 8 o'clock, somewhere around there, your time, Teresa? But I'm just chain piecing all these half square triangles through. This is the project that I am working on this morning. And it is, of course, for charity. Yeah, about everything I'm doing this month is for charity. And I have all of that stack done, so we'll start cutting these apart. Terry says her dog loves quilts, so I gave him one. He would still rather sleep on the dog bed. Yes, all of our dogs have had their own quilt, specially made for them. And Stitches doesn't have one yet, so maybe that's the one that I will let her help work on. Who knows? But she will have one. I just have not gotten around to getting that done yet. So we have all those done. Just gonna lay those right there for now. Do another stack, and then I may switch to pressing. All right, Terry, we'll see you when you get back. And Lori is here. Good morning, good morning. And she came out in without a joke. Well, What's the deal, Lori? You usually come in with a little bit of a joke. Good morning. And Donna Dixon is here. Good morning, good morning. Thank you. You have a blessed day as well. And June says she made each of her dogs. I made each my dogs, and then it helped to leave mine alone. Okay, yeah. I don't know. She kind of likes to pull at my clothes sometimes too, but she is a very, very inquisitive little girl, but smart at the same time. And she does like to watch the fabric go through the sewing machine when I bring her up on my lap right here at time and set her paws right here, and she just watches with fascination as the fabric goes through the sewing machine. Quilts, yeah. I got that. It took a little while, and then I understood and figured out what you were talking about, Donna. We've had several new members to both of the Facebook groups here lately, too. That's awesome to see. Always great to see people want to join in and share in what we do. Think I need, let me see. I need 38 half square triangles for the bear, and I need 25 for the rabbit. But a lot of these are the same because I cut several out of the same pair. So I'm going to, and I plan on making more than just one. So I'm just making up a good batch of half square triangles, and then I will be able to just mix them all up, pull them out, and put them together so that we will have the patchwork bears and rabbits. And I will probably make a few of the quilts to go along with them as well. And hopefully, I will run out of my 2.5 inch stash of strips. Yes, it is awesome to have more join, isn't it, June? New ones, yes. And trying to think, the 24th, yes. The 24th, for those of you that are in the Facebook group, I know and we took the poll for when you wanted to have your Zoom stitch day, and you voted for a Saturday once a month from 1 to 5. So the 24th is when the next one will be scheduled, and I will be dropping the link for that in the Facebook group this week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Which I guess I don't have it close by. I was going to show the one that is for February. Oops, I already sold those. We can't sell them twice, can we? Well, we don't need to anyway. I don't think they need reinforcing like that. But yes, the January one is a beautiful block. And I am very, very pleased with how pretty February's comes out as well. Let me stand up just a second. I don't like to put my back to you, but oh, I remembered I remembered where I put it. It wasn't that far away. So I will show you very quickly what February's turns out to look like. If I can make some room here real quick. Oops, sorry about that. But February's block is Sweetheart. And this is how, which lets me, well, I think you can see that pretty well, but that is February's block. Turns out really pretty as well. And I will be dropping the tutorial for that later today. It is a recorded one, so hopefully it came out all right. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, June. Yes, it is a beautiful block. It's about time to pick the one out for March. It's like you just get caught up on something and phew, there's that schedule and deadline hitting you with another thing. And I know, Teresa Louise, you have an awful lot going all the time, too, several. I don't think as many, only because you're smart and don't have as many going at a time as I do, but I know that you have several projects that you always have scheduled and working on also for your channel and so longs, quilt-alongs, Teresa. And so you understand. And Stir says, clap, clap, clap for the February block. Yes. Yes, it is very pretty. I think it is going to be very interesting to see throughout the months how all the blocks are going to look together. And I'm excited to see the fabrics and colors that those of the rest of you that are doing the block a month come up with, because of course I was a little late on getting that first one posted, but it'll be exciting to see some of the photos posted in the face. Whoa. Took the little point of that one down. I lost my, there it is. Lost my little leader there. Okay, now we'll try that again. There we go. We're making good time at getting all these that I had pre-cut done. I'll have those done and we'll be able to press them and it'll be time to cut some more. Oh, well, thank you, Teresa. That is definitely a compliment coming from you. I appreciate that very much. And if I missed anything that anyone has said, I don't mean to. It's just sometimes that chat gets away from us. I'm excited for Wednesday for Debbie. I didn't quilt fact too. I can't. wait for her to get the little delivery that she has coming. And see how excited and how well it works for her. But I'm not going to say what it is. We will let her share it when she receives it. All I will say is she is receiving something from me on Wednesday. And Christine is here. Good morning. Good morning. She says, "What have I missed?" Oh, you just missed so much, Christine. You're never going to be able to catch up. No, just kidding. She says, "Running around getting ready to go to QuiltCon." Oh, lucky, lucky you. That is amazing, you lucky girl. You have not missed anything but a bunch of chat. I did show the finished block for February for the block of the month. And there is a tutorial that I recorded last night that will be uploaded after I get done with the live. So you'll be able to look for that, hopefully, as long as everything worked and it came out right. It's my first time recording one, so fingers crossed, everyone, that it worked. Yes, I can imagine how excited. Oh, I'm reading that as a different person, Debbie, and then just looked and going, oh, that message is coming from Debbie. I am so glad excited. I think you will find it very, very helpful, Debbie. Oh, I was going to show that to you again. I'm sorry. Thank you, Teresa. Keep me on my toes. This is February's block completed. It came out very pretty. I love that. I love the star effect going around the heart. Okay. Wonder how many of these half square triangles I've done. I don't know how many I cut out. So I just know I need a bunch because it takes several, and I want to make as many as I can. I want to get rid of that whole stack of drawers that has all my 2.5-inch leftover stash that I cut when I do other projects. Fabric that's left over, I cut into 10-inch, 5-inch, and 2.5-inch strips because those are the same size as pre-cuts. Anything larger than that gets stored differently, but I have had a massive amount of 2.5-inch strips for quite a while. It's nice to have them. I've used them in many, many things, but Lori says, that's pretty. I'm dusting. Boring. Oh, I thought that was supposed to be left and be an antique finish, Lori. And Teresa says, Jean, I have about 6 projects I'm working on right now. That doesn't include UFOs. Yeah, I can't even count. I mean, they are all around me in here. And that's where I was looking last night. And that's why I just thought, oh, I've just got some time to just do some relaxing stitching, which this is, a project that I need to do, but it's an easy one just to sit here and chain piece a bunch of the half square triangles together and not really even have to think about it. Some of the other projects, of course, take a little bit more concentration, and it just seems like I have so many, and just when you are looking and trying to list, and then you go, oh, well, I forgot about that one, and I forgot about that one, and yeah, I don't. Well, I can tell you on my list here of what needs to be done yet, just yeah, this week and next to the end of February, I believe there are 18 projects listed on my list right now that need to be done by the end of February. And you do not want to know how many works in progress I have. Nobody should have that many. Hello, good morning. Mona did what? My other great member of the Stitching Friends, member of the channel. Thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. And thank you for getting her link right away there. I appreciate it. Christine says, I have block 1 cut out, but counted 12 works in progress. Okay. And Mona says, sorry I was late. I was making dinner for tonight in the crock pot. Yeah, I got ours together before I got out. It's not in the crock pot. It has to go in the oven, but I have it ready to put in the oven. We're going to have good old-fashioned meatloaf today. My husband enjoys meatloaf now and then, so that's what we will be having later. Yeah, I like that. Mona, says Debbie. My dust is out of control, Lori. Yeah. Hi to all my, yes, there you go. That's the Lori Clark I know. Hi to all my chatter friends. Oh. For those of you that have popped on late, you can see right here is the project that I am working on. I have shown a bit of it before, and it is the patchwork bear and the patchwork rabbit, and then they do have their own quilt to go along with them as well. But it is done out of 2.5-inch half square triangles, all scrappy. So I am just working on stitching up a bunch of them. And I can show you. Of course, every one of my projects is always got everything together in some, which I don't think I showed you the lid to this before, which that's probably coming up backwards. I don't know. But it says, I got a sewing machine for my husband. Good trade, huh? That's what it says on the cover there. But inside here, I have already, and I made it on freezer paper so I can press it to the patchwork when I get ready. But this is the template for the rabbit. This is the template for the bear already in here. And then I have the batting already cut for one of each of them. And then this is a bunch more strips in here that I have to be able to cut up. I mean, it's, yeah, when I say a bunch, yeah, there's a bunch of 2.5-inch strips in here to still be able to lay out and cut and piece together to make as many as I can get of the bear and the rabbit and a few of the quilts. Which, of course, I have more fabric if I run out. No problem there. And I don't have to go to a store. I just have to go to the fabric wall over here. Dust is all out of control. Oh, where do you want to come over to, Debbie? If you want to come over here, you're more than welcome. Any of you are more than welcome anytime to come and visit me in the stitching cottage. Very much so. And Danielle says, sweet. If I leave now, I should be there in time for dinner. Mama Jean. Okay. Yeah, well, we eat early, but we'll hold it for you, Donna, if you want to come. Not, I'm sorry, Danielle, Donna, Danielle, Debbie, Mona. Oh, all those names. Okay. But what time is dinner? It is early for us here because we only eat one meal other than breakfast. We eat breakfast every morning. I get up and fix our breakfast. And then I have what I call lupper because it is lunch and supper, which is what I grew up calling it. Well, that is a little weird there. And we eat right around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So we do not eat late in the evening at all. Yeah, ours is a little bit different time of eating than I ain't meat loafa. Okay. Uh, I got that. Okay, now Debbie is telling Danielle to come pick her up. Okay, who else is on along the way, huh? We could maybe I need to make an additional one before I get that in the oven. And believe me, I would love to have you all show up. I don't know what those pink squirrels would do. They it might make them I'm looking for my scissors there. Might make them wonder what's going on. There's never this many people in the cottage. They are the ones that outnumber me. Oh, it's funny. I don't know if any of you that are familiar, and I know many are, that have, the floaters in your eyes, which I have had cataract surgery on both of my eyes, but I still have those floaters, and I swear every time one goes by, I think it's one of those pink squirrels up to some mischief again. You're having meatloaf tonight also, guess who, Nancy? All right. Mona says, dinner is when I get hungry. It's just kielbasa and sauerkraut. Ooh, I like that, Mona. I grew up in a German town. So, not in Germantown, Ohio. New Ulm, Minnesota, which is the German capital of the United States. Polka capital of the United States. That is where I grew up. My iron is sitting there leaking. June says, I have everything to make meatloaf. I'll have to make it. Okay, everyone's got meatloaf on the mind now. Oh. And of course, we will have mashed potatoes with it. I'm not sure what vegetable yet. Haven't decided on that. But it will probably be broccoli. Terry says she has floaters in one eye, and I used to try and swat them like a fly going by before I knew they were in my eye. Bummer. I also try to look around them at times. It doesn't work. No, it doesn't. They just kind of, a lot of times I think somebody is walking by the door to the cottage, and nope, it's just one of those silly floaters going by. And Nancy is asking, June, have you ever tried the Hunt's canned mix for meatloaf starter? I know I haven't. I don't. I Mine is totally made from scratch. I love to bake and cook. It's just hard when there's only two of us. Don't have a lot of people to cook for anymore. And Mona says she's going to be lazy and throw whole potato in pot later. We can just smash them. Hey, that works. Nothing wrong with that. I've got a couple sweet potatoes I know that need to be fixed pretty soon or they're going to go bad. I like a good sweet potato hash too. Now everybody's going to get hungry talking about food. I think I'm on the last of the half square triangles I had cut out. I'm going to have to switch to pressing some of them. That's awesome. That means I accomplished a lot this morning. Beverly says that she's got to run to pick up granddaughter. Take care, everyone. You take care also, Beverly, and thank you. Thank you very much. Totally appreciate you more than you know. And so Terry makes vegetarian meatloaf. Awesome. Awesome sauce, as Danielle would say. She might not be listening right now. I know she's also working this morning, but June says it's hard to cook for one. I eat on things forever, so freeze some stuff. Yes, that is what I also do, June. I fix and automatically put half of it in the freezer. Because I can only eat very, very little. Like I say, I don't eat enough to keep a bird alive. And my husband doesn't eat as much as he used to either. So we don't eat much. And Nancy wants to know how you make your vegetarian meatloaf, Terry. June just got done eating breakfast. And Danielle says, I'm listening and definitely awesome sauce. Mushroom cheese sandwich for lunch. I have never heard of that, Mona. Is there a cheese that is mushroom cheese, or do you put mushrooms and cheese between two loaves of bread and that is a sandwich? Never ever heard of mushroom and cheese for a sandwich together. Terry says she uses veggies and tofu, season it like one seasons meatballs. You also use breadcrumb and egg, onions. It sounds about like mine, only with the meat. I have to tell you that mine is never made the same because I just open up cupboards and the refrigerator and pantry and start throwing things in. Woohoo, lunchtime. I can participate now. Okay, awesome. Which we are going to switch to pressing these because that is the last one that I had pre-cut. Good morning, Gladys, the confident quilter. It is great to see you. And if you want to put, or one of the moderators, if you put exclamation point Gladys in, her link should drop. And also, and Andrea says, all this food talk, I had to go fix myself coffee and a bagel. That sounds good. That sounds good. Oh, what do you put on your bagel, Andrea? And what type of bagel? There's so many different bagels out there. I eat a fourth of a bagel when I have one. Mona says to Teresa that she eats weird stuff. Oh, hey, everything is good. It's all just what you decide that Everybody's taste is different. We're all different. Nothing weird. Teresa says, I wouldn't eat tofu if you paid me. You know, tofu really doesn't have a taste. So I think some things, Teresa, you would probably never even know that it was in there. If it was made correctly and added to something, you'd be surprised. You would never even know it was in there. Now, I don't want just tofu, totally, vegetarian. That I wouldn't eat either. But yep, it takes on the flavor of whatever you put it with. Okay, so I am going to start pressing some of these, and of course, I'm going to press them all to the dark. And Andrea says she's out of cream cheese, so real butter today. Whole grain bagel today. That sounds good. Terry says I've also made burgers and cutlets from it. You go, girl. You can have, I don't eat enough that I need the very, very little bit of nutrition that I get. And I want to enjoy the few bites that I get. So I will leave the tofu for you, Terry. If Debbie Williams is still on, she can attest to being with me many times when it's okay. I take 2 bites, that third bite doesn't go down. It's like, nope, I'm done. Yeah, now I will eat, and I'm not going to pronounce that right. Edamame. I usually have those in the freezer. I will fix those from time to time. The tofu, no. And when you use the half square triangle ruler, like I use, you only end up with one point that needs trimmed off because of the way that it cuts. The other one is already cut off when you see how that's squared off on that tip there, and only the point is on this one. So you only have one that you have to trim off. And I have never had to square them up. I'm stuck on something under there. I have never had to square them up either with this method. They come out to exactly 2.5 inches, which is a plus. And I'm using my little iron today because I just wanted more room. Just for the health of it is in the house. Welcome. Great to see you. Yes, stir. I also love bagels with cream cheese. Well, maybe not the green olives. I would probably put black olives on it instead. But if I have the cream cheese on it, I do suffer because I can't have dairy. Yep, it's all in what you're used to eating. And just for the health of it, says, yum, talking food. Yeah, I just made scrambled eggs fresh from my, ooh, lucky you with your own chickens. The puppies and the kitties always love fresh eggs. Awesome. Danielle says, got my small microwave meal cooking and about to wash dishes. I'm sorry that I laughed. It's just funny, your microwave meal. Oh. I think I use my microwave for making popcorn. Thank you for dropping just for the health of its channel. Yes. Awesome. So we already have 1 stack of those pressed as well. We are making great time on these this morning. And It is relaxing and slow, and I'm not having to think about it and still getting so much accomplished. That is a great feeling in itself to know that I was able to take a little time out and do something that I didn't have to think about it. I was able just to have some fun chatting with all of you, not having to totally concentrate on what I was doing instead. Great. I love sauerkraut also. Grew up on sauerkraut. We used to make our own sauerkraut. We used to make horseradish too. My dad used to eat horseradish sandwiches. And Debbie says, yep, that's how it goes. When we go to lunch, she's overeating. No, you're not overeating. It just looks that way because I just can't eat. It's okay. It's all good. Debbie just doesn't like it when I get the hiccups because she knows what comes next. Yes, I would. Oh, I love fresh eggs. Used to have a source for them, but not anymore. The stack was getting a little too high there to get it pressed right. Just scoot over. And these, because somebody laid the one strip the wrong way, so that I had it wrong side instead of right side together, I had to turn those over so that they would come out right. But it's okay because they were still doable. And Gladys has not had breakfast yet. Well, you better get with it, Gladys. You're only an hour behind, so it's going on 11 o'clock there. And you're going to be on pretty soon with Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. So, yeah, you better get your breakfast in. Sound like your mother scolding you for not eating, Gladys. I'm sorry. I just realized that. Oh, didn't mean it that way. Oh, just for the health of it. It's not, Tammy. I again with your name, it's just eluding me. Um, I don't like sauerkraut, but I make pickled red cabbage. Ooh, girl, I'm coming over from cabbage that I grow. I try to grow lots of my own food. That, well, just for the health of it, that makes sense, doesn't it? Good thing I'm not fasting or stones. You would have me drooling for munchies. People don't know what they are missing with fresh eggs. Exactly. Yeah, some people have no idea. I don't think there's a lot of people I don't think have ever had fresh eggs. And there is definitely a Lynn. How am I gonna remember that? That's my brother's middle name. Maybe I can associate it that way. I think I need to set my iron down a while. Yeah, oh, no hiccups, please. I can laugh about it. It's not really funny. But we will not give an explanation with that one, just that if I get the hiccups, it's not a good thing. And it's not regular hiccups. So Gladys said she had to take a shower, do eye drops, and take care of the dog first. Oh, those responsibilities. Wouldn't it just be nice to sit back and let somebody do everything for us once instead? Yes, fresh eggs are the best. Most definitely. Boy, we've got quite the stack. Good start on these half square triangles. I think what I'm hoping to do this afternoon after I upload the recorded video for the tutorial for February's block for the block of the month, I am hoping to get more quilting done on the quilt that's on the long arm that's been there forever. Whoops, just knocked my stack over there. I don't know why that iron is all of a sudden leaking. I will have to check into that. But if I don't get to the one on the long arm, I will probably quilt the scrappy pinwheels. It's ready to be quilted on my domestic machine. So one or the other is what I hope to get worked on or completed this afternoon. Andrea, it is so great to see you on here. I just have to tell you that I am so excited that you are here in the live and chatting with us. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. She says she is going to have to make sauerkraut this spring. I have one jar of Bavarian left from last year and no plain. We love it here. And I forget where here is for you, Andrea. Do you live in Texas? Or is that someone else? Am I thinking of someone else? I don't remember where it is that you live. I like your nail polish. Whoops, went the wrong direction. There we are. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I did those this morning just for you, Mona. Oh, oops. Get back over there. But we might even get, if I stay on just a few minutes late, we might even get all these pressed before I end the live this morning. That is awesome. Your ex-beau made good sauerkraut near Galveston. Okay, so I was correct in the Texas. Yay! Some things I can remember. Debbie says, do for us is a good idea. I don't know what do for us is a good idea until the caretakers start purging when we aren't aware. Then wonder why some things can't be found. You lost me a little bit on that one, Debbie. You lost me. Doesn't take much to lose me at times, so don't be concerned about that. Well, June understood what you said. Yes, Gladys has a dog. I believe. Don't you also have a cat, Gladys? I'm not sure on that, but a lot of pets. I don't know who Debbie is referring to as a caretaker. Now, Mona, I'm the caretaker here. We've got a camera on me, but not in the house. Oh, you can ask Bob anytime. He will tell you I'm a great caregiver. Okay, I thought she also had a kitten. Something is sticking on my nail. Must have a catch. Well, we've got some threads we need to get off these. Yes, it is. Any of us that have ever had, yep, somebody with a caregiver. We have lots of stories we can tell. Oh, well, I didn't mean in the form of a caregiver though, Debbie. Oh, I just meant it would be nice for someone to fix the meal instead of me sometime or something like that. Yeah, no, I wasn't referring to as a caregiver. Definitely not. But now I get what you meant by that then. Nancy says her husband keeps purging her stuff. Grrr, I told him if he doesn't stop, I'm going to purge him. Oh, I think my husband would like to purge some of my stuff. Keep taking over some of his storage, encroaching on his area. I can't help it. I have too much stuff. Ed is Debbie's husband. Elise is her daughter. Her grown daughter. Yep, I'm going to have to do a de-stash sale someday, so that I know that some of my stuff goes to a good home instead of ending up in Goodwill when I'm gone. Because my son will be overwhelmed and not have the time to deal with it. So one of these days, they are all pieced. Whoops, stay over here. But they are all pieced, all pressed. All I have to do is trim off the little tips on them, put them in with this lonely one right here. And then I can cut some more and get ready to start working on the patchwork for them. Andrea says, I was a caregiver for a quadriplegic man for over 11 years. It's a very hard and demanding job. Yes, I know there are horror stories, but there are many good ones out there, and good ones don't mind cameras. That is so very true, Andrea. Very, very true. And Lori says, my hubby tried to throw out something of mine yesterday. I told him to pick one of his tools so I could toss it in the creek. Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny. Yeah. My husband likes to refer to my stuff as junk. I say it's not junk, but very, very much so not junk. But so I got all those pieced, pressed, ready to just trim off the one corner. And for those that may have missed it, I will show February's block here that is completed, how it looks when it is finished. and remind you that I did record a tutorial on that late last night. And after I am done with here, have a little break that will be uploaded to my channel for those of you that are doing the block of the month to check out. And also a reminder that there will be a special edition of Stitch Talk this week on Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. And my special guest will be Danielle with Danielle's Stitchery. Looking forward to that. Very excited. And we will both be working on quilts for charity during that live. So be sure and be there. And those of you that are members of my channel and part of the stitching, nope, got that mixed up. Stitching Friends, yeah, there'll be pop-up Zoom coming for you too again. But for those of you that are in the Facebook group, Captain Stitches and Friends, our monthly Zoom Stitch Day will be this Saturday, the 24th from 1 to 5 p.m. And I will be putting the link for that for all of you in the Facebook group, so you have that information. And Terry says, you go girl. And Debbie says, Andrea, I've also been a caretaker and the receiver of the care. It is a very hard job. Yes, it is. It is, most definitely. Kudos to everyone that has had to be a caregiver. And a caregiver with no help whatsoever. All right. Thank you. Yes, it is a pretty block. Thank you very much. So that concludes this Stitch Talk with Captain Stitches. And I want to thank you all for being here this morning with me. And we will remove our other guests. And there I am, so that I can say goodbye to all of you. Have a great day. I hope you are able to get closer to completing one of your projects today. And yes, Andrea, everyone have a blessed day. And remember, in the meantime, I can keep you in stitches. Bye-bye, everyone.